Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Our respected lecturer, Ms. Sinawati MPD, and to all my friends who are watching this video, I'm Zainovianti and I'm Finesiana from the English Education Study Program at the University of Muhammadiyah Bogor Raya. We are very excited to present our project report titled The Culture Passport Project. In this video, we will dive deep into the objectives, the classroom design, our step-by-step implementation mechanism, and of course, the tools and instruments we use to evaluate the student progress. So, without further ado, let's get started and let's look at the framework of our project.
Alright, let's start. Why did we design this project? As we know, in today's interconnected world, English is more than just a school subject. It is a lingua franca that connects people from different cultural backgrounds. In English language teaching, or ELT, teaching students how to speak fluently is no longer enough. We also need to teach them cultural awareness, how to use the language appropriately, respectfully, and with contextual sensitivity. To bridge this need, Vina and I came up with the Culture Passport Project. This is a classroom-based project designed specifically for 11th grade high school students in Fase F. By integrating two powerful pedagogical principles, experiential learning and gamification, we wanted to turn a standard English class into an exciting, immersive simulation of global exploration. Through this project, we aim to achieve three main objectives. The first is engaging cultural awareness. We want to broaden students' perspectives on global diversity by letting them analyze different communication norms, language, flags, and iconic landmarks. The second is developing English language skills. Students will practice their speaking and listening skills naturally through interpersonal communication during the event. And the third is fostering collaboration. It encourages teamwork as they have to discuss, share, and present their findings together. Now, let's talk about how the classroom is actually designed and set up to bring our principles to life. To implement experiential learning and gamification, the classroom is transformed into an international exploration zone featuring several boards or stands from various countries. Each stand is packed with cultural information, including local greetings, the language spoken, iconic landmarks, the national flag, and the continent the country belongs to. And here is the unique twist of our project. There are no students assigned to guard the stand, meaning everyone is completely free to explore. To make the simulation work, we rely on a few key elements. First, we use a physical mini passport as our main learning media, which is a print booklet provided directly by the teacher. The students don't need to make it themselves, they only need to fill in their personal identity, and this passport will function as their central learning circle throughout the project. Second, we establish group dynamics where students work in small teams of three. Together, they will navigate the room, explore the stands, analyze the educational content provided, and eventually present their collective and individual findings in front of the class. So, how do we actually execute this in our English class? We break the mechanism down into a very structured timeline to make sure everything runs smoothly. It all begins a week before the project starts, with an advanced preparation and briefing session. Here, the teacher formally introduced the Culture Passport Project so that students are well prepared and don't feel overwhelmed on the day of the event. This is also the moment when the teacher distributes the printed mini passports for students to fill out their personal details. Then, on the day of the project, the classroom officially turns into an international theme zone where English serves as the primary language of communication. Moving in the groups of three, students walk around to explore the stems and analyze the landmarks, routine, and language. However, to ensure rich diversity of data, each of the three members inside a group must choose a different country to focus on. Now, two members in the same team can analyze the same country. After they finish collecting their individual data from the booth, they gather back with their group members to enter a peer teaching phase where they exchange information and teach each other about the different countries they fought. The next step is the presentation and teacher stamping stage. Each group steps up to the front of the class to present the results of their culture analysis, which serves as a formal assessment of their English speaking skills. Right after a group finishes their presentation, the teacher will directly give the official cultural stamp into their mini passport as a reward for their successful participation. Finally, the project concludes with a closing reflection and debriefing session led by the teacher. We gather the whole class to discuss the insights they gained from the simulation, letting them share what they learned about global diversity and express their thoughts on the collaborative process using English.
Now let's move on the goals and outcomes. Section, what exactly do we hope to achieve with this project? There are three main points. First, boosting student self-confidence. We know that students often feel afraid or nervous when asked to speak English. Through this both hopping simulation, they will be more focused on the game missions, so that fear of making mistakes disappears and they can speak more naturally. Second, critical cultural awareness. Since each group member must choose a different country, students are required to actively research and compare that country's culture with our own. The goal is from them to realize the cultural differences aren't strange, but rather a diversity we must respect. And third, to collaboration and peer teaching, there's a system for sharing information here. So, before the presentation, they must sit together and explain their chosen countries to their group mates. Next, there are three tools and material we use in this project. First, the mini passport. This is the main pocket-sized document printed by the teachers. It contains the students' personal information, blank page for recording their analysis of the country they visit, and a special page for the teachers' official stamp after they finish their presentation. Second, contribute materials. At each booth in the classroom will provide a picture of the flag, of a map of the continent, language guides, and greetings, as well as a miniature or photo of the historic building from that country. And third, speaking assessment rubric. This is an evaluation sheet for teachers. The assessment focuses not only on fluency, grammar, and English pronunciation, but also on how deeply students understand the culture they are presenting. Benefits of the Culture Passport project can be felt by three groups at once. First, for students, they gain real-world learning experiences. They no longer just memorize culture theories from textbooks. but experience them firsthand through simulations. This is great for developing their critical thinking skills and honing their speaking abilities in real-world situations. Second, for teachers, this project offers an exciting, creative, and student-centered alternative to traditional teaching methods. Teachers can teach English and global awareness without making class feel boring. And the last, for the English language teaching ELT community. This project demonstrates that learning English cannot be separated from its culture. Experiential learning and gamification have proven highly effective in fostering cultural awareness starting in middle high school. In conclusion, the Cultural Passport project is a groundbreaking approach to English language learning that places cultural awareness at its core. Through a method that combines learning with play and hand-on experiences. What was once a routine English class has been transformed into an exciting international simulation space for students. Through a structured process from preparation, visiting booths, and group discussion to presentation and joint reflection, students are encouraged to actively communication using English as the global language. Supported by mini passport and clear assessment rubrics, this project not only evaluates student academic English proficiency but also shapes their character into a generation with a global perspective, one that values diversity and is ready to face the future. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.